Well, you already know you can bet the races right at Laurel Park's state-of-the-art sports bar, but with 6 off-track betting facilities right in the state of Maryland, we give you plenty of opportunity to play all of the big races. With 30 televisions and live tellers available 7 days a week, the OTB at the Horseshoe Casino makes you feel like you're right at the racetrack. Enjoy gourmet food and drinks while you watch the races by heading over to the Maryland State Fairgrounds and the Timonium OTB and Grandstand Grill. Visit the G. Boone Restaurant in Boonesboro, the Hollywood Casino in Perryville, the Riverboat on the Potomac, and, even when there's no live racing, Pimlico Racecourse. And don't forget about our newest addition at MGM National Harbor. Catch the Triple Crown, Breeders' Cup, Fall Turf Festival, and everything in between right here in Maryland.
The undefeated 3-year-old Dynamic Asset is entered to run this Saturday against a top field of 3-year-olds in the $100,000 Miracle Wood Stakes, going 1 mile on the dirt at Laurel Park. The son of astrology rallied and won his debut last July, going 5 furlongs over a sloppy track. He followed that up with another strong win, coming from off the pace again to win a first-level allowance race, going 6 furlongs at his home track.
It was great to have him win first time out and definitely follow it back up with a pretty tough allowance race.
In 2016, trainer Lacey Gaudet won 31 races and followed that up with another strong year in 2017. Gaudet finished up the year strong when she sent out the Maryland-bred John Jones to win the Jennings Stakes. This Saturday, Gaudet will be honored with the Nancy Alberts Award for her success.
So that's going to be exciting. You know, they're going to have a presentation on Saturday, so I'll catch up with Ted Black, and it's very nice to be in the running for it and to win it. It's great. We did have a great year last year, and hopefully we can continue, keep it going.
Wednesday, February 14th, Dynamic Asset had a strong gallop at Laurel Park, and Gaudet is confident in her big 3-year-old following his successful 2-year-old campaign.
We got into the training and we just said, you know, this could be a pretty nice horse, so let's just take it easy with him. And I think he got over there for his first race in July, and he's always, he never shows too much in the morning, but his just presence just makes him seem like he's a really nice horse.
The big striding colt looks like he can run all day, but Gaudet talks about the challenges of going a mile coming off a layoff.
Coming off a layoff is going to be harder too. Plus, you're going to the second wire. You have a long stretch, and he's never gone this far before. So, I mean, we're lucky that we're here. This is our home track. So we've been breezing to the second wire, letting him have good gallop outs. So he knows where that second wire is. And, you know, yeah, we opted to stay home.
Soon after the sun rose at Laurel Park on Saturday morning, March 10th, Limited View had her final workout before her expected next race, Saturday, March 17th. Breaking off from the 3/8 pole, the Maryland-bred filly worked a half mile in 45 and 2.
She worked really good. I mean, you've seen her. You can see in the video, she does it so easy. She went a little faster than probably I would have recommended.
Limited View is one of 27 nominations to the Beyond the Wire Stakes, and she is one of 15 nominations to the Conniver, giving her trainer, John Salzman Jr., a couple of different options.
Well, we're going to enter in both spots. I'm not really all hipped up to run against older fillies and mares yet this early in the year.
The first of 3 stakes wins for Limited View came when she broke poorly and made a long, sustained rally to win the Maryland Million Lassie.
You know, there's a few races that you watch that still gives you goosebumps, and that's one of them. I mean, you could have never made me think going up the backside that she was ever going to win. Around the 3/8 pole when he started asking her, I said, well, she'll get a piece of this anyway, but it's pretty exciting.
Limited View is by Freedom Child, who was the leading freshman sire in the region last year, and with her Maryland Juvenile Filly Championship and Marshall Stakes wins, the very talented filly once again displayed her dazzling ability.
Well, the Juvenile Filly Championship, she just did it all her own way. I mean, I don't know if it was a lighter class of horses or not, but everything went her way that day. Then the other day, the Marshall, you know, it was a little tougher race, but she still handled it well, sat just off the pace, and he did the same thing. He just sets on her. He doesn't have to reach and get her, hit her, or do anything. Just keep her clear and have a safe trip.
With a champion in his barn, Salzman is potentially eyeing some very big races this year.
Trying to get maybe to the Miss Preakness or something like that at Pimlico, but that's not a definite thing either with the shipping stuff. So, I mean, if I'm going to do that, I'll probably take her to Pimlico and stable there with her for a couple weeks.
When it comes to having success in this game like Salzman is having right now, he gives credit to his wife and team behind him.
The secret's all the help. And, I mean, I was hoping they would be out here, but they're not right now. If you got good help and good guys behind you, they make things go really smooth. And right now I got good help. My wife, she's running a marathon down in Washington, but she helps a lot. She does a lot of the feeding. She stays in the barn, keeps things going straight. But, yeah, good help is the main thing.
The 6-year-old Struth was last year's champion older horse for Maryland Breds, and he looks to keep his sharp form in this Saturday's $75,000 Not for Love Stakes, going 6 furlongs at Laurel Park. Since being claimed for $20,000 last May by owner Mark Sittlinger and trainer Kieran McGee, Struth has won 3 races for his new connections, including 2 stakes races, the Hockenson at Delaware last July and the Howard M. Bender Memorial Stakes at Laurel last December. A son of the champion Curlin, Struth is the 5-2 morning line favored in the Not for Love this Saturday, and his exercise rider, Reinhold Singh, a former jockey from South Africa, talks about how everybody wants a horse like Struth.
Struth, you know, like people, horses are individuals. He has his own character, and he knows he's a champion. That's the difference. He does exactly what's asked of him, but you got to stay awake on him because he has a lot of spirit. I mean, it's great. This is the reason we do this. We're all in this business. We all want a Struth.
Groom Juan Gallegos has worked for the McGee barn for 5 years and is very happy to work with a champion like Struth.
I like working in this horse. That's my favorite horse. Nice horse. I like it. It's a very nice horse. Yeah, easy.
The 7-year-old Something Awesome is a homebred for Frank Stronach's Adena Springs Farm in Ontario, Canada. He is by Stronach's top sire, the 1998 Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Awesome Again.
Awesome Again has won!
After winning 4 races on the synthetic track at Woodbine, Something Awesome was sent to trainer Jose Corrales' barn at Laurel Park in October of 2017. In his first 2 starts at Laurel, the closing sprinter showed he has a liking for the main track.
But when he ran it the first time and Prado rode it, I got impressed the way he ran, and he ran a very good time. And then when it comes to that, I said, well, see what happened. But, you know, I keep training, and then I start realizing this horse is a nice horse. I ran the second time, and he win again. And I mean, I got to feel more about the horse. He come back after the bouncing back all the time after the race, and I think that's quite a good horse, you know. And I start feeling that's probably the best horse I ever have.
After winning 2 in a row at his new home track, Something Awesome ran a game 3rd in the Fireplug Stakes in January. The 6-furlong sprint set him up perfectly for the 7-furlong General George.
I run with the same horses going 3/4, and I got beat by 3/4 of a length. And in that moment, I said, well, the distance maybe helped me, and I think the extra furlong was was the help for the race.
Something Awesome swooping by them on the far outside. Fellowship from dead last, also with a late run. Something Awesome in the General George.
The Grade 3 win is even more special given the fact this horse was bred by Stronach's Adena Springs and is sired by the farm's top sire, Awesome Again.
Well, I think for the farm and the sire, I think it's very important, and I think it's kind of emotional for them because Andy also mentioned that, you know, it's very it mean a lot to them because, you know, they own the racetrack and they own the sire and they own the horse. You know, it's kind of nice, and it's nice for be part of that.
For Corrales, a former jockey, this win was one of the biggest wins in his career.
As a trainer, yeah, it is the biggest. I mean, I run in the Preakness and I win a few other states with my own horses. But to win for the Stronach group, it was a very important to me. I mean, I've been trying to win it since I came over here, and man, it's been tough. But you know, finally hit one, and I hope we can win one Grade 1 one of these days. That will get better.
Claimed for $25,000 back in December of 2015, A Fleet Willie has become the stable star for Claudio Gonzalez. He's won 10 races with the son of Wilburn, including his last 3 races against Stakes Company. Groom Cesar Magdalenos had a Fleet Willie for the past year and a half.
Yeah, she's my favorite. Yes, I know. You know, it's my favorite horse.
A Fleet Willie's running style has been very versatile recently. In the Richard Small Stakes, he rallied from off the pace to win that day. And most recently, in the Native Dancer, he won wire to wire with Jomar Torres aboard for both wins.
And here is a Fleet Willie. Very convincing win in the Native Dancer for a Fleet Willie. He'll win posing for the picture with Jomar Torres.
Trainer Claudio Gonzalez reflects on the way a Fleet Willie's been winning his races recently.
Oh yeah, especially if he has good position, you know. If he has position outside, he can do anything he wants. He don't need the front. You know, sometimes when he had inside post, we had to send him, you know.
After a banner year in 2017 where the Gonzalez barn was a leading trainer in Maryland, a Fleet Willie's become one of their favorites.
You know, and I got to say my people over there, my team is very good. You know, they're working together. You know, they never have problems. You know, everybody, all the time they say yes for anything, you know. They run. You know, they good people, good people.
A Fleet Willie's exercise rider, Alexis Valdez, one of the leading riders up at Finger Lakes, comes down to gallop for Claudio's barn in the wintertime here in Maryland. He's certainly found an affinity with getting along with a Fleet Willie.
I am very happy because Claudio gave me opportunity to gallop that horse, you know. He feels very good.
Thursday, February 8th, a Fleet Willie had a nice strong gallop, and the 5-year-old looks poised for his next start, which could come at Laurel Park Saturday, February 17th. He's nominated to both the Grade 3 General George and also the John B. Campbell Stakes.
We try to point for the 17th, and we're going to decide with the owner where we're going to be because he's doing good, and we want to see who comes for the big race, and then we want to take a decision.